Join Hollywood insiders as we dive into the 1998 disaster epic Deep Impact, featuring a stellar cast led by Morgan Freeman as the unforgettable President Beck. This film offered a more emotional and grounded take on the extinction-level event, E.L.E. genre. In this episode, we explore Morgan Freeman's commanding performance, why his portrayal of the POTUS remains a gold standard, the human disaster women in film. Director Mimi Leder's work on the movie set a record for the biggest opening weekend for a female-directed film, a title it held for a decade until the release of Twilight, 2008. The massive traffic jam. To film the iconic East Coast evacuation scene, the crew used a mile-long stretch of a newly paved, unopened freeway in Manassas, Virginia. They wrangled over 2,100 extras and 1,170 cars, communicating instructions via a special AM radio frequency. Morgan Freeman's everyman president. Freeman originally wanted President Beck to wear an earring, but the director refused. However, she did allow him to keep his sleeves rolled up, showing his tattoos, to give the character a more relatable, hard-working appearance. Steven Spielberg's involvement. Spielberg served as an executive producer. Interestingly, he had originally considered directing the film himself, but stayed on as a producer when Leder took the helm. Box office and cultural impact. Box office success. Despite stiff competition from Armageddon that same summer, Deep Impact was a hit, grossing $349.5 million worldwide on an $80 million budget. It was the sixth highest grossing film of 1998. Awards. The film was nominated for Best Science Fiction Film at the Saturn Awards, and was 500 feet wide and released a massive cloud of fine, powdery dust. Scientists were surprised to find the comet's interior was fluffy, like freshly fallen snow, and composed of about 75% empty space. NASA Jet Propulsion Laboratory, JPL.gov, Science versus Fiction. While the movie's mission used nuclear weapons to save Earth, the NASA mission used pure kinetic energy, speed and mass, to study the solar system's origins. NASA Astrobiology.gov, Negligible impact. Unlike the film, the real impact was described as the astronomical equivalent of a mosquito running into a 767 airliner, changing the comet's speed by a mere 0.0 km/h per hour. Legacy. After the primary mission, the spacecraft was repurposed as epoxy to hunt for exoplanets and visit another comet, Hartley 2, in 2010. NASA Jet Propulsion Laboratory, JPL.gov. NASA eventually lost contact with the spacecraft in 2013 due to a software glitch, ending one of the most prolific comet hunting missions in history. In 2022, NASA took the Hollywood concept of saving Earth and turned it into a successful reality with the Double Asteroid Redirection Test, DART mission, the real-life planetary defense test. Unlike Deep Impact, which used nuclear weapons, DART used a kinetic impactor, essentially a high-speed suicide drone, to change an asteroid's orbit through brute force. The target, a small moonlet asteroid named Dimorphos, which orbits a larger asteroid called Didymos. The impact. On September 26, 2022, the DART spacecraft, traveling at 14,000 mph, slammed directly into Dimorphos. You can watch the final seconds of the DART impact as captured by its onboard camera. The results. The mission was a massive success. NASA confirmed that the impact shortened Dimorphos' orbital period by 32 minutes, far exceeding the minimum goal of 73 seconds. Key differences from the movie Deflection versus Destruction. While the Messiah crew tried to blow the comet up, NASA's goal was a nudge, changing an object's speed by even a fraction of a percent thousands of miles away is enough to make it miss Earth entirely. No nukes needed. Scientists prefer kinetic impactors because blowing up a celestial body, as seen in the movie, creates space shrapnel that could still hit Earth. The debris tail. After the real impact, the Hubble Space Telescope captured images of a 10,000-kilometer-long debris tail streaming from the asteroid, making it look briefly like a man-made comet. What's next? The European Space Agency, ESA, launched the Hera mission in 2024. It is currently traveling to the crash site to perform a crime scene investigation and see exactly how much damage DART did to the asteroid's structure. NASA's DART spacecraft captured a dramatic series of images using its Draco camera as it approached asteroid Dimorphos at 14,000 mph. The final moments in photos 11 seconds before impact. This was the last image to contain the entire asteroid in the field of view, taken from about 42 miles, 68 kilometers away. 2 seconds before impact, the last complete image shows a 100-foot, 31-meter patch of the surface in extreme detail, revealing a rubble pile of sharp boulders and gravel. 1 second before impact, the final image ever sent is a glitchy partial frame. Because the spacecraft was destroyed while transmitting the data, only the top strip of the image reached Earth. NASA, the aftermath, Lycia Cube. While DART was destroyed, a small Italian satellite called Lycia Cube followed behind and captured photos of the actual collision. These post-impact images show a massive, bright plume of dust and rocks, ejecta, shooting out from the impact site. NASAscience.gov. To visualize the scale of asteroid Dimorphos, NASA and ESA often compare it to world-famous structures. While it is small for a celestial body, it is still a city killer in terms of its potential impact energy. European Space Agency, European Space Agency +1, Dimorphos, target of DART, diameter, approximately 160-170 meters, 525 to 560 feet. The Great Pyramid of Giza. Dimorphos is roughly the same size and mass as the Great Pyramid. Rome's Colosseum. The asteroid is significantly larger than the Colosseum. The Statue of Liberty. It is nearly twice the height of the Statue of Liberty, which stands about 93 meters tall. Eiffel Tower. Dimorphos is about half the height of the Eiffel Tower, 324 meters. NASAscience.gov. NASAscience.gov. +7 Didymos, the larger parent asteroid, diameter approximately 780 meters, 0.48 miles. Golden Gate Bridge. Didymos is roughly as wide as the Golden Gate Bridge towers are tall, approximately 227 meters in per hour, but its total diameter is nearly 3 times that height. Burj Khalifa. It is nearly as tall as the Burj Khalifa, 828 meters, the world's tallest building. NASAscience.gov. NASAscience.gov +4. The Killer. Scale for comparison, the asteroid in deep impact was estimated at 7 miles 11 kilometers wide, large enough to comfortably fit the entire city of Manhattan inside its diameter with room to spare. In contrast, while Dimorphos is much smaller, an impact would still be enough to level an entire major city. The Hera mission, led by the European Space Agency, ESA, is currently in its final approach phase to the binary asteroid system Didymos. Following its launch on October 7, 2024, the spacecraft is on track to arrive at its destination in late 2026. Mission status and 2026 timeline. As of February 2026, Hera is in the final year of its 2-year cruise through deep space. European Space Agency, ESA, February 2026. The spacecraft is scheduled to perform a second deep space maneuver to align its trajectory precisely for the rendezvous. October 2026. Hera will begin its impulsive rendezvous to enter the vicinity of the asteroids. November 2026, scheduled orbital insertion at the Didymos system. Upon arrival, Hera will begin a 6-month investigation to conduct a crash scene investigation of the 2022 DART impact site. The drones, Milani and Juventus CubeSats. Hera carries 2 shoebox-sized CubeSats that